What is up, everybody? This is Envyus here, bringing you guys another commentary using the Scar H for holographic and grip and laser sight. I'm gonna say I love this gun, but the commentary is not about the gun. It's about an epic story time with Envyus. A lot of people thought that I should, I talked to on Xbox and stuff, thought that I should maybe do an idea called story time with Envyus, and you're like, hey, it sounds kind of weird. Well, what it is, it's I talk about pretty much something in my life that happened that's really funny or just like scary as shit. So here is one of my stories. The time I went to a haunted hospital. Bwomp 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 bwomp. So yeah, the time I went to a haunted hospital, it was scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. What happened was a group of my friends, a recent hospital that we live next to, closed down to build a new one. While the hospital was still empty, the construction workers didn't get to it, and the doors were still open, my friends decided around, I want to say 5 p.m., that we should go ride our bikes up to this hospital and go in and see what's up inside of it. At first, I was a little hesitant. It's kind of scary thinking about, going to a haunted hospital. Because, it's a hospital, dead people everywhere. Everybody dies in hospitals. So I was a little freaked out, and I was like, whoa, man, I'm totally not gonna... I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'm a little scared. Friends told me not to be a bitch. I manned up a little bit. I was like, take one for the team. God damn it. I'm going to take one for the team. So I went out, rode my bikes with my friends to this hospital. The doors were kind of like, the windows were obviously broken, and everything was just, it had that creepy, like, aura to it. It was just really scary. I couldn't even describe it. I was kind of freaked out. I didn't even want to go in the front door. Mind me, I'm not a big horror movie type guy. I'm not into supernatural. I mean, I watch a lot of ghost things, but I don't want to actually come in contact with anything. It's kind of creepy. So what happened was, in the long run, me and my friends, a group of us, it was about 5 of us, we went into the haunted hospital. The first beginning inside is the main hallway, where, you would come in, and, like, if you were sick, you would come in, and they have the little desk right there. It's like a main desk, and then the person there would have you sign that paper to sign in. That was there. We had a couple other rooms, but we weren't interested in that. Well, we heard a lot of rumors, because our friends, that's the reason we went in there, is a lot of other friends that we had went in there, and they said that the elevator, supposedly, has red, it's supposed to be, I don't know if it's actual blood or not, we weren't sure. It was really dark, and we had a flashlight, but supposedly inside the elevator, it's open, but if you look, you go inside the elevator and you look straight ahead, like inside the elevator on that wall, there's a wall, 4 walls, elevator, but you look at the wall straight ahead when you walk in, it says, "Welcome to Hell." Now, we don't know if that was put there intentionally just to be a joke, or was that like some, not paranormal, of course, because I don't know paranormals that could write things in red on a fucking elevator. I've never seen that before on TV. But it was just really creepy. We didn't know who did it. Our friends didn't do it. They're the ones who found it, and they're the ones freaking out about it when we found it. When we told them about that, it was still there. And it was just a really creepy aura. And what we heard was that if you close the elevator doors, they stay shut forever. So I think that was what it meant for welcome to hell, was like, you close those doors, you're never getting out. So welcome to your demise. So it was a really, really scary thing. But that's not the point. You guys want to hear about ghosts. You guys want to hear some creepy things. So I'll tell you, we were heading to the roof. We were climbing. We were taking the stairs because obviously the elevator is fucking creepy and it doesn't work because there's no power. So we're climbing up the stairs and we go to a room. The light's sort of shining in, but it's pretty dark in there. But there's light shining into this one specific, room. We decided to go inside of it to check out what's in there. And there's a chair, a regular metal chair, like the chairs you would see in hospitals, when you're sitting next to a bed, or, like where the bed's at for the patient, and then they have the chair for the person who's, like, visiting them. It's one of those chairs, and it's sitting there. And we walk in, and everything seems fine, but something doesn't feel right. I get a chill down my back, and the first thing I notice is I feel really sick to my stomach, like, I feel like throwing up. And it was the worst feeling I think I've ever had in my entire life that I probably never want to have again. What made it worse than that was I didn't know what to do. I could not move. And when I looked to my right, I swear it wasn't just me too. I know it was like 2 of my friends that walked in. The other ones were heading up the stairs to go to the roof. But when we turned and we looked a little bit, like, there was something there, like, I'm not going to say it was like a person, people are like, oh, it's an actual person, but it was like a shadow. Like, I don't know if it was there for a little bit and then it left, but it was there for a good time, and then gradually when we moved, we looked away from it and we looked back, that it gradually, like, just left. It wasn't just there. It was like as if it was something there that was watching us. That's the way I want to say. We were kind of freaked the fuck out. We ran out the fucking room. We met up with our friends at the stairs. While we were reaching the roof, because there's a lot of stairs you got to take, but while we were getting up there, we were hearing noises, and not the weird noises you would normally hear, like wind. You normally hear wind like make noises, but it wasn't that. Obviously, I've heard that before. It was like screaming, not screaming in general, but it was like yelling, as if like I can't really explain it in this commentary, but if like obviously somebody yelling in pain or anguish, that's how it sounded, and it was the creepiest sound I've ever heard. That just made us want to get to the roof even faster. I don't know why we decided to go to the roof out of everything there, but we decided to reach the roof. Fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, the roof was probably the only cool part that didn't creep me out, because we got to be on the fucking roof where the helicopter normally lands, and it's just you got all this space, and you could just hang out there and lay down. It was kind of cool. That was probably the only part. It was probably trespassing. I probably know that trespassing is not the best thing to do, but hey, you got to be adventurous sometimes, and when you're adventurous, awesome shit happens to you. But this is the weirdest thing. As we were making our way down, and we eventually were leaving. When we got to the main lobby, and this is true, I bet everything I love on it. When we were leaving, that chair that we saw in the room, remember I mentioned that chair? That chair, for some reason, was in the hallway. And I don't know why it was there. It was the weirdest thing. I swear it was the same chair, because when we were going up, we never saw that chair before. That chair was not there before. None of my friends touched the chair. Nobody thought of the chairs even in its existence. Nobody, hey, look, a chair. The only chair we ever mentioned was the one that was in the room. And it was the weirdest feeling I had ever. I could not describe it. I was like, wow, holy fuck. There is shit going down here. But my advice for you guys, the video's over. But my advice for you guys is avoid haunted houses. They are not pretty. Not haunted houses generally, but hospitals. Avoid haunted hospitals. They're way worse than fucking haunted houses. Alright guys, see you later. Peace, dogs. I love your face.